Hey writers, Mrs. Kearns here with today's Grounds for Thought. So now that we have our fictional narrative kind of wrapped up and we're just working on the revision process and getting ready to speak our stories into Flipgrid, we're going to shift gears and try to look at writing in a slightly different way, kind of more of a descriptive, informative way where we're trying to explain what we're thinking. And so we're going to start with a study of homophones. And so we know that homophones are words that have the same sound but they're spelled differently and have different meanings. So these words kind of can get people choked up a little bit, kind of confused a little bit. And so here I have an example of nose and nose. They sound the same, but unless you use the word in context, it's really hard to know which one to spell and which one is being used. We know that these words sound the same, but clearly you can see that they are not spelled the same, and you know that they have different meanings. So, your first job today, in your 7 minutes and 42 seconds, the first thing I'd like for you to consider and answer is write about why a writer's misuse of homophones can cause misunderstandings. So, we're going to kind of talk about like author's craft here and why it's important that we use clear context as we are explaining what we're trying to say and explaining our thoughts and our feelings. And so the first one we're going to talk about is why if we use the wrong homophones, like how that can make it very confusing. The second thing, once you've done that, is I want you to look, we have sense, sense, and sense. And I want you to explain in writing which of these you would like to have more of, and of course, explain why. So you have 7 minutes and 42 seconds to explore homophones and kind of why it's important to know the difference between them and to be clear in our writing. So you have 7 minutes and 42 seconds. Even if you think you're done before the timer goes off, really try to stretch your thinking. This one's going to be a little different than what we've done in the past, as you might think, well, I'm done. Like I've answered one and two, like I'm totally done. Reread your writing and really try to expand your thinking so that you are writing for the full 7 minutes and 42 seconds. All right, happy writing.